Hello and welcome to this training. Today we are going to go over the basics of learning how to use Inflow for managing your new goods inventory. My name is Nancy Mueller. I am your store support manager for new goods and merchandising. So the first thing that you'll need to do is pull up your Microsoft Edge browser, and then you'll go to the Inflow webpage, which is app.inflowinventory.com/homepage. And I have it bookmarked on my browser here, and you can do that by just clicking this little star, and it'll show up here. So for quick access, I just use my bookmarks tab, and it takes me straight into Inflow. If you have never logged into Inflow before, you will be directed to the login page for your username and password. And that could be different depending on which district you're in, and that information will be sent to you directly. So once you've logged into the website, this is your welcome page. And today we're going to learn first how to do your inventory counts. So it's important to use your Microsoft Edge browser because this website does not function as well using Chrome. So you'll want to make sure that you have Microsoft Edge browser installed in your tablet to be able to access this. This is the only way that you can access doing your stock counts for your inventory at the end of every month. So you'll go to the website, and on this homepage, you'll see stock counts right here underneath inventory, stock counts. So when you click that, you'll be taken to the list of all the stock counts that have been done since we've been using this program. So to start a new count, you'll come up to this top right corner where it has a new count, and then you'll choose your location. So for today's example, we're going to do Leawood. You'll hit create. Now these buttons that are highlighted in yellow, typically at the top right-hand side of or the bottom right-hand side of your page, are your action buttons. So that's typically the next step that you'll take in order to do anything permanent in Inflow. Now to set up your inventory count, we're going to want to go ahead and add all stock at this location. So when you push that button, everything that should be in your store and countable will appear on your screen here. If you know you're missing something, you can always add products down here at the bottom. This button will stay here until you complete your count. So if you at any point realize that you're missing an item from this list, you can press this button to add it. Right now, we're just going to prepare our count because we're not ready to count yet. We're going to go ahead and keep all of our products on a single count sheet. This just makes things a little bit easier as you're typing in numbers and flipping from the top to the bottom of your page. So go ahead and hit continue. The screen hasn't changed much, and it's wants to make sure that you're ready to start counting. So you can prepare this ahead of time if that is the best practice for your team or your store. And then you can come over here and start counting whenever you're ready. You could get this prepared, do a quick little meeting with your team who's helping you do your inventory count, and then go into your tablet and click start counting. When your screen is ready, it'll show you how many of these items the system believes that you should have in your store. So at this point, you're going to go to your sales floor and you're going to look for these items and count whatever it is that you have on your sales floor. So in this example, we're using Leawood, and I have their counts here in front of me. I'm just pulling them up real fast. So their counts say that they have none of these gift wraps, none of those gift wraps, and so on and so forth. And then you'll also go to your back room and check to make sure that you don't have any of these items in the back room as well. And then you'll add that number to whatever number you got on the sales floor. So for example, if I had no gift wrap on my sales floor, but I went to the back room and I realized, oh, I did actually have 3 back there, I'd just go ahead and use this plus button to add those 3 to whatever my count happened to be. You can also click into this field and simply change the number if it's too big for these plus or minus buttons to make sense, and change it like that. This store actually has none of this item. We have a fairly small list of items here. Okay, I'm mistaken, actually. We've got 3, a tab button, but on your tablets, you might not have a tab button. On my desktop, I do have a tab button on my keyboard, and I can use that to quickly and easily move from one count to the next. So 13, 29, 0, 6, 16, 28, 277, and 18. These are all of their counts. We are done counting all of these items. We can go ahead and hit complete and adjust. This will save these counts to the system. Whatever you have put in here is what the system is now going to reflect that you have in your store. This report will show what the difference is, if there's any discrepancies, negative or positive, and that will help us to be able to calculate what our actual loss has been by having these things out on the sales floor in your stores. The next thing you're going to do is email this count to myself and to Tammy in finance and anyone else on your team or to your district manager that you see fit. So my email is getting typed in here right now. And then Tammy in finance. You will always have to type out the entire email name. It is not saved in here. So just keep that in mind that you'll need to have these emails memorized. So here in the subject line, you'll probably just want to put what your store number is. This is Leewood 202 stock count, and then the month is December 2023. I like to always just put a quick message in here. Please see attached inventory report for 202/12/2023. And now you can go ahead and send that email. For your record keeping, I suggest that you print this report as well, which is available for you to do, or save it to your desktop, however you feel led to do that. And keep a copy of this in your new goods binder. All right, so we are all done with our count. We can exit out of this. And say we have some damaged items that we've accumulated over the month, and we need to send those back to the rock. Now that you've counted those in your inventory, we want to go ahead and create a transfer so that we can send those items back to the rock. So to the left-hand side there, you'll pull up your menu and find new transfer. Now you're going to tell Inflow where this transfer is coming from. For example, Leewood, since we just did their inventory account, and we're sending it back to the rock. So we're going to go ahead and add some products here. Let's say the last 3 of those gift wrap items were all damaged. And it tells you when you start typing in the search bar what item you're looking for. If there are any in your store, that quantity will show right here. So it's very easy for you to be able to adjust this and look through the search fields here to see which item it is that you're looking for. So you can see that Leewood is where the stuff is coming from. This is the date we're creating this transfer, and it's going to the rock. We're going to enter our reason here is December 2023 damaged items. Now we can send that transfer. This yellow highlighted button will then change from send transfer to receive transfer. You don't need to receive it. That will be something that I do at the rock when I receive these damaged items, and I open that box and count the number of items that you've sent me, compare it to here. If everything looks good, then I'll go ahead and receive it. That'll be very much the same for you and your stores when we start using this system to transfer items to your stores. So let's take a look at what that would look like. So when you receive a transfer, you'll come into Inflow and you'll look for the stock transfer list. And within this list, you can see all of the open transfers, where they're coming from and where they're going to, whether they're in transit or haven't left their station yet. So when I see that this item from Leewood has come in, I come to the stock transfer list. I find the stores that I'm looking for with the correct direction of transfer, and then the date. The reason also pops up here for me. So I can see very clearly that this is the one that I want. I'll go ahead and click on that. I'm going to compare this number to what I have in front of me. If everything looks good, I'll just go ahead and hit receive transfer. This button has changed from yellow to green, and it says that it's saved, so we're good to go. We can back out of this. And it's that simple. If for some reason you have decided that there's something that is wrong in anything that you have input into Inflow, it is always correctable. So if, for example, this transfer was received incorrectly, there actually wasn't 3 items in that box, we only had 2, what we can do is undo the transfer. Now we'll change this number to 2, resend it, and re-receive it. And now that number has been updated. If we finished our inventory count, and then as we were walking to the back room, we saw out of the corner of our eye, oh my goodness, there's a box that has some more stuff in it. I totally didn't see that before. I need to go in and adjust my count. So we'll go in to the inventory count that you just created to send out to myself and Tammy, uncomplete it, make your adjustments to whatever it is. Say we found 2 more of those, complete and adjust it, just like we did before. Let it process till it says saved, and then you can go ahead and re-email that correction. Enter the emails, make your changes to the subject line, and in your message here, you might want to say corrected report for store 202 inventory 12/2023. Go ahead and send that, and then you're done with the corrections that you need to make for this count. The same thing is doable for any transfer, any count, any received items. You can always go back in, undo that send or receive or count, make your changes, and then save it again. And that's it for your tutorial for today. If you have any questions, please email the DL for new goods, which is DL_new_goods, and someone will get back to you to help you out with your questions. Thanks so much for joining us today. Have a great day.